Hola, muy buenas a todos y todas forajidos. Hoy os traigo un vídeo con el que quiero comenzar una serie en el que os mostraré cómo pasarse las misiones con medalla de oro en Red Dead Online, las diferentes maneras de finalizar según qué misiones y algún que otro consejo que creo os irá de lujo para no ir más perdido que una bola de heno por el desierto. Para no hacer los vídeos excesivamente largos, he tratado de recortar los trayectos, lo que hará los vídeos más dinámicos. No obstante, este es el capítulo inicial, con lo que no he querido recortar mucho para no perder ninguna línea de diálogo en el proceso. Estad atentos al final de los vídeos de esta serie, pues no solo os mostraré otras maneras de finalizar las misiones, sino que también os daré algunos consejos que os irán de perlas para avanzar en este juegazo. También ya de paso os presento a LJ James, el personaje con el que realizaré este periplo por el lejano oeste, y con el que espero disfrutéis de buenos momentos. Bueno, ok. Sin más dilación, a por la acción.
Okay, Sheriff. Here they are.
Tell the Marshal this ain't how we do things here. But I'll oblige him this once. All right. Let's see what we got. Come on.
Para esta serie de vídeos he decidido utilizar al personaje masculino, pero sí que tengo pensado utilizar a la personaje femenina en próximos gameplays. Pero bueno, como digo, para esta serie escogeré a LJ James.
Well, let's get you in there then. Fine. Go and get your picture took. Hold up your fingers. Hold it.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer Benton! Kitchens ain't staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves! What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on, get moving!
You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out in roads. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah!
I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake.
You lot stay calm in there.
You aren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up.
You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education.
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh,
Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay, okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Went, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us. Come along. And you better get on this horse. That's not much of an animal, but they haven't got far to ride. Just get on the horse when you're good and ready, okay? There will be plenty of time for adventures. Now, if you follow me, please. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, and those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. You're just up here. There's the camp. It's your horse. Tie it here. This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Horley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Horley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
That looks more comfortable. Horley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, You walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are. The people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Horley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Horley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck.
I'm sure you're tired. Get this done and you can rest.
Bueno, ahora nos tocará ir al poblado de Rhodes. En realidad no sé si se pronuncia Rhodes o Rhodes. Digamos que Rhodes. Ey, ¿dónde vas? El primer caballo que tenemos no hace ni puto caso. Ahora toca el turno de hablar con el empleado de correos. Como en el modo historia, este personaje nos hará de enlace con una especie de colectivo de ladrones y nos dará algún chivatazo sobre robar diligencias o acabar con algún asentamiento de ladrones que robe sin el consentimiento de este colectivo.
Hello. You must be, Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up at Blue Water Marsh. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
Venga, vamos allá. Ahora nuestro trabajo es acabar con un asentamiento. Llegaremos a la zona indicada. Yo en mi caso me tiré un rato por el bosque buscando hasta que encontré el campamento. Joder, menuda niebla, no veo un carajo. Ahí tengo dos. Venga, tiro a la cabeza. ¡Bum! Segundo. ¡Bum! Por pasar por delante, pringao. Joder, la puta planta, no veo nada. Ok, dice el pavo. Ya claro, ahora, después de acabar con 5 de tus compinches, anda, levanta las manos que... ¿Eso qué es? ¿De dónde te la has sacado? Anda, ¿y el color marrón que lleva? ¿Qué es? ¿Por el papel antiguo? Mejor no me lo diga, anda, pírate de aquí, que te meto, hombre. Bien, bien. Nuestro primer mapa del tesoro. Esta vez encontrarlo será fácil. Para los siguientes tesoros la cosa se va a poner más difícil. En este punto el juego nos pedirá que escojamos una de las 4 cartas de habilidad que podemos tener activa. Recomiendo leer bien antes de escoger una, ya que todas las cartas son buenas si sabes aprovechar dicha habilidad. Bueno, ahora solo nos queda reunirnos con Clay Davis para iniciar nuestro primer matchmaking. Como el vídeo empieza a ser un poco largo, dicha misión junto con la llegada al campamento lo dejaré para el siguiente vídeo. Cuando nos toque vestir por primera vez a nuestro personaje es aconsejable adquirir el mayor número de piezas. La ropa es un objeto bastante caro y ya que en esta ocasión no nos van a cobrar, hay que aprovechar. Recordad siempre, la mejor manera de ganar dinero en Red Dead Online es gastar lo justo y necesario. Como siempre digo, un placer hacer los vídeos para todos aquellos que los disfrutáis y bueno, nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.